All right, guys, welcome back to the Pot Still Life. I'm Ryan.
I am AJ.
We found a unicorn.
Yes, we did. We found actually three unicorns.
Yes. We weren't greedy. We got one each and left one for somebody else.
Found three of them. I bought one for Ryan. I went home that night and I really wanted one for myself. So I went back the next day and there was one left. So I bought it for myself. In full disclosure, I kind of didn't want it to be in the store. So I didn't have, so that temptation wasn't there. But alas, it was in the store, so I had to buy it. So
yeah.
I at least gave other people a chance to go and get it. And they did. After I bought the first one, a guy came in 30 minutes later and bought number two, the second one. As you can tell behind Ryan's beautiful hair, the third one is up on the shelf.
Yeah. All right, so guys, I mean, it's Old Fitzgerald Bottled and Bond Decanter series. I mean, it's fall 2021. It is releasing right now. They are so hard to find, as everybody knows. Yeah. And if you do find them, trying to find them at some sort of reasonable cost, it's almost impossible. Yeah. I mean, it's like winning the lottery twice to find it number one and then find it at a decent cost. I mean, because realistically, people aren't finding it at retail. A lot of these bottles, come on, it's not really going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Let's just be honest. I mean, that's once in a lifetime kind of thing. Yeah. Lightning doesn't strike twice.
It doesn't. I mean, so yeah, and I also want to give a shout out to my buddy Blair, whose store we found these. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's the fall 2021 release. 2021 release. It's an 11-year bottled and bond, 100 proof weeded bourbon. Old Fitzgerald. It's coming out of Heaven Hill Distillery. So it's in there in the same family with Larceny and Elijah Craig and Henry McKenna and all of those. Obviously, not those are Larceny's the only one of those that's a weeded mash bill, but coming from huge distillery, you can find a regular Old Fitzgerald. It's significantly cheaper than this. I mean, retail on these are I've seen 150-ish dollars. I mean, these are going online. I mean, you're going to find prices from $400 to $800 for one of these. I'm excited to try it to see what's all the hype about. Is it that good that it's worth paying those secondary prices, or is it okay?
It's in the middle of the roadish.
It's in the middle of the roadish.
Have you ever had this?
I've never had it.
You never had any Fitzgerald?
No, I've never had any Old Fitzgerald at all.
Yeah, never had a single drop.
Yeah, so this is going to be exciting to try for the very first time. So, yeah. All right, enough talking. Let's pour. Oh, that's a tight cork. That's a tight cork.
It's got a good glug, glug, glug too.
Can I just say that topper on that?
It's
yeah. So I guess this goes back to the bottle, harkens back to like the 1950s Diamond series decanters and stuff. It is. I mean, it's a gorgeous bottle. Yeah. It really is. I mean, the presentation on this is beautiful. I mean, like my current Infinity bottle is a Hibiki Harmony bottle. I'm thinking that when I do get through this, this is becoming an Infinity bottle.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It's better than when I got my Infinity bottle. It's like an old boot.
Yeah. Leather.
It's a leather boot. I think it's leather. It's like faux leather. It's like a fake leather. It's pleather. Yeah. It's a pleather boot. It really adds to the flavor.
You get a little bit of sweaty sock in there.
The smell. That's where the smell comes out of. It's like a dirty, rotten foot.
You know that doesn't emulate like peat smoked whiskey. A little bit of toe jam.
I'll reserve my judgment for what it tastes like. Anyway, let's smell this.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that smells good.
Sweet.
Very sweet. I don't think I've smelled anything like that.
It's very honey.
It's like real earthy.
Just a kind of subtle. I mean, it's very there's a oak note in there, but it's super subtle.
Look at the legs on that too.
Got a nice little legs on it. Beautiful, just amber color on it.
That is a beautiful color. Like you look at this bottle, and you look how dark that is. That looks fantastic.
That looks great. And the more I'm getting into it, the more I'm kind of picking up on that brown sugar.
That brown sugar is really there.
Yeah. It's like my first nose into it, which this is the first thing I've smelled today, the first bourbon I've smelled today.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And it was kind of like, I was like, what am I getting there? And then you start going back in, it's like, yep, there's that brown sugar. It's heavy brown sugar, a subtle oak note, just good, sweet, dark, rich notes. Oh, that smells good.
That smells great. I wanna go ahead and
all right,
unhinge the jaw.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Old Fitzgerald. Oh, wow. I got a cold chill.
I did too.
That was how good
that was. It's running down my spine right now.
That was really good. Oh. It's got a good finish. It's really like hugging. It could just be this first pour of the day.
First pour of the day, yes. I'm going back for a second.
It's clearing the cobwebs out, yeah.
Sweet right up front. I mean, that weeded mash bill, I mean, it's just smoothing everything out. It's rich.
Yeah.
Brown sugar, cherry, kind of the stone fruit note coming through.
Yeah.
You know, like peaches and plums and apricot. Kind of rolls into just a nice smooth oak. And then that finish, like I say, it's warm, it's coating, it's long. Like it's still, but I can still feel it on the side of my tongue. And then down, a nice warm Kentucky hug.
That's fantastic.
That's good. Is this worth $250? Would I go back and buy another bottle at $250? Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back. Are there other expensive bottles of bourbon that we tried that were worth what it was compared to this one? So the Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select, 180 to 200, depending on where you pick it up. This is 250, and if I had to spend $50 extra, I love Sinatra, I really do. I think this tastes so much better.
Yeah, I paid $200 for the cream of Kentucky.
Yeah,
behind here.
I'd pay $50 extra
for this.
I'd pay $100 extra over Bland's for this.
Yes.
This is so good. I can't believe how good this is.
Look at our bank account to make sure we still have money in the bank because of all these expensive bourbons.
You know what? I usually say she has no lines, but I'm gonna allow it.
Shut up. Shut up. You're supposed to back me up.
Hey, look, it's like my grandpappy always said, no matter how you cook a pancake, it still got two sides. Okay? So,
what the hell is
look at look, people will understand the meaning. It's got a...
Okay, we've tried something, we're tasting it, we're paid high dollar for it.
Yeah.
Tasting it's like, it's good, but. There's no but to this.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no but.
This is just good.
Like this.
I like this a lot.
$250, you get a beautiful decanter bottle. Look at the craftsmanship of this. All right, it's got the exclusivity that comes along with it, that it's only released twice a year.
Yeah.
And it tastes fantastic. It smells fantastic. Definitely worth $250. Now, the only problem is, can you find it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If you can find it and you have an extra $250 in the bank, if that's what they're selling it for, definitely pick it up. That's so
Here's
good.
what I would say is, if you can find this $300 or less, buy it up. Especially if you've never had it, get it. $250, and all the prices we're saying is relative. I mean, to where you are, what you got to pay for it. Some guys are going to get it cheaper. Some guys are going to pay more for it. And that's okay. Pay what you're willing to pay. What other weeded bourbon is out there on the marketplace that is a limited release as well? Spring and fall release, but you don't have to pay out the nose for it.
Yeah.
And is actually relatively easy to find. Like right now, the spring release, there are several stores in our area that still have it sitting on the shelf for about $75 to $80. So let's just compare it to Maker's Mark, FAE 01. So Maker's Mark, it's a weeded bourbon. Now this one's coming in a little bit hotter. This is coming in at 110 proof. So the proof point's gonna be a little bit higher on this. This is from their stave collection, and so they're doing some great things with it. I know that I absolutely love this bourbon, and there again, you can pick it up roughly 75 to 80 bucks. Still available, and they're getting ready to do their fall release as well, the FAE 02. How does it compare? I mean, if you can't get this, is this a proper alternative? Is this a better value at 80 bucks readily available?
Wow. I don't think I've ever had this.
Have you never had that?
I've had Maker Mark.
But you haven't had the FAE 01?
Different Maker Marks. I've never had the FAE 01.
Yeah, so this one came out in May, I think it was, April or May of this year. And then the FAE 02 is coming out, like it's releasing right now. So depending on what state you're in, so in South Carolina, I have not seen it yet. As soon as I do, I'll pick up a bottle and we'll do a review on it. And I'm a Maker's Mark fan. I think this is one of the more underrated bourbons out there.
That smells good. I can't tell what that is. It has a distinctive smell that I haven't smelled with any of the other bourbons that I've tried.
It has a very forward, like a buttery note. On the nose.
Yeah, it's like butterscotch.
Yes, it's like, exactly, it is. It's like butterscotch or like a...
I say butterscotch and now it's like really on the nose.
Or like, okay, we were talking before we came in here of this flaky pastry that we've got out in the kitchen. It's like a buttery, flaky crust, pie crust.
Like buttery, crusty flake.
Yes.
If you guys have never seen that video, there's a video of this elderly couple at a restaurant, and they were trying to do a commercial for the restaurant, and they could not get the line down. And it's one of the funniest videos. I'll have to let you guys watch it.
Okay.
It was an elderly couple. They're like maybe early 70s, and the line was, "It's a buttery, flaky crust." And the old gentleman was like, "It's a buttery, crispy flake." and like he couldn't get it right, and it took him like 10 takes, and his wife just kept getting so much more aggravated with him. No, you're right. It's like a nice warm pastry from a freshly opened bakery.
Yeah, I mean, you get that sugary note. That's just buttery caramel butterscotch notes. Just a slight, I mean, barely there, but this hint of oak, which I mean is from their stave series. So
yeah. All right, let's pound this.
Cheers.
Down. Cheers. It felt really good on the tongue.
It's a very creamy texture.
Yeah, that's 110 proof.
That's 110 proof.
It doesn't feel like it though.
No, this does not drink like 110 proof. This drinks like it's closer to 100 proof.
Yeah.
That's why I thought it would be a pretty good matchup, is because it's a wheated mash bill, so competition on wheated mash bill. And even though it's 110, it drinks like it's closer to 100. This does not, it's not hot. This has got that cherry, buttery note to it, nice coating mouthfeel to it.
I would spend the extra for Fitzgerald.
I'm just gonna say, I agree with you.
God, that Fitzgerald.
The Maker's Mark is great. It's really, really good. The Old Fitzgerald's better.
It is.
This is worth every penny of 80 bucks.
Yeah.
This is worth every penny of 250, 300 bucks. Thought it'd be interesting to put it up against this because so many times we have talked about, okay, these super expensive, rare bottles, you can find something at half the cost available that's really about as good.
Yeah. This has something special that I don't know what's going on.
There's like this super smooth oak note to me on the finish. So this has a nice finish to it. That has a better finish, and it just finishes out. The whole experience is just phenomenal up front. Mid palate is great. The finish is just so good.
There's flavors from start to finish.
Yeah, from start to finish, it's all just this wonderful roller coaster, just a smooth ride all the way through in every point. Because I mean, okay, bourbon's an experience, right? Nose, palate from the first taste to your, from the upfront to mid palate to finish. It's all an experience of senses. That delivers on every single point. Speaking of which, I do believe that when you buy bourbon, it is for drinking, though we will limit to make sure that we can keep it around for a little while.
Yeah.
Bottom line is it worth the price? Yep.
Yeah.
All day long, you find it under 300 bucks, snap, just grab it.
Yeah.
Get it. If you can get two that are under 300 and you have the ability to pay for it, buy it.
Edit this one out, Avery.
By the way, if you like what we're doing, please hit the like button. That really helps us out with the algorithm as we're getting the channel out to more people. To all you new subscribers, thank you guys so much. You just don't know how much we truly appreciate it. Please comment below if you have any suggestions about what you'd like to see, if you have any feedback on what we're doing here as far as the Old Fitz. If you don't like it, comment below, tell us why. Yeah. Or if you don't think it's worth the money, or if you do think it's worth the money and you just want to share your experience, please do so. We love to interact with you guys. We try to reply to all the comments, even in all honesty, even weeks after these videos go out. We try to continue. If you reply, 2 months later, we try to still reply to all the comments that you guys have, because we want to have that back and forth with you guys.
Yeah, any discussion is welcome too. Like, there's no topic, this can be bourbon, but like, if you guys have anything you want to say about bourbon, we welcome the discussion. We like to speak with you guys. Keep it clean. We have virgin ears over here. Well, some do. Okay. Used to be a fetish of mine was ears.